This is topic 8, lesson 3, problem solving. We are on page 300. Number 13, higher order thinking. Maxine earns $8 each hour that she works as cashier. She starts with $233. Today she cashiers for 6 hours. How much does she have at the end of the day? Explain how you found your answer. Okay, what do we know? We know she already has $233. Now today she worked for 6 hours and she was earning $8 each hour. So what do I need to do with my 8 and my 6? We need to find out what today's wage was, what she earned today. So we're going to multiply that. What do we get when we multiply? 8 times 6. 48. That is so great. We need to take today's and add it to what she already has. So step 1. Step 2. Add that 48. 8, 9, 10, 11. 1 goes down and 1 jumps up. 4 more. 8 and 2's dropping down. Dollar signs dropping down. So her total is $281. So how much does she have at the end of the day? She has $281. Explain. First, multiply 6 times 8. Okay. Then, what did we do next? Think about this. We took that and we added, then add 48 plus 233. Okay. And then she had, what was the total? $281 at the end of the day. Okay, let's take a look at 15. The Rodriguez family drives 229 miles on Friday and 172 miles on Saturday. Explain how you can use the adding on strategy to find the total number of miles the Rodriguez family drives. So we need the total number. What are we going to do with this information? Add it together. All right, let's try to organize our information, break apart strategy, which we like to also refer to as expanded notation. So let's stretch this one out. 229. What do we get? 229. Stretch it out. 200. Expand it. Expanded notation. Our other number is 172. Expand it out. 172. Okay, we're adding here. Same. So let's take a look here. 9, 10, 11. Okay. Zeros. 7, 8, 9. Okay. 0, 0, 3. Now we have to put all of this information together. So what do we get? Let's go ahead and you can stack it if that helps, or mentally put that together, okay? 1, that's a 10, and then a 4. So my answer is 401. 401 miles. I can rewrite that here. Now, to explain, we used the strategy break apart strategy to add, and we used that expanded notation to break those numbers apart. So, I didn't leave myself a lot of room here. Let me move my answer. I'm going to move it up here and just write a little smaller. Use the break apart strategy add the ones, tens, and hundreds. Then add to get the total. I noticed I just worked down instead of across. So let's skip back up to number 14. Whoops. Number 14, Lauren sorted the 4 solids into 2 groups. Use mathematical terms to explain how she sorted the solids. So let's take a look at what we have happening here. We've got 2 shapes here that both have curves, right? This one does have faces on top and bottom. This one here has faces, curves. This one here has perfect corners here and here, here and here, all the way around, and a corner here. Does this group have any corners? No. What is that fancy term that we use where we can make the letter V? Vertices. So this one has the letter V's. We've got V up here. We've got V's on all these corners, all the way around. There are no vertices in this group. So they've put shapes with vertices in group B, and group A does not have any. So group A does not have vertices or vertex. Group B has 1 or more vertices. Just do your best. I know you're working kind of in the nook of the book here. It's kind of hard to write. Okay, get your teacher eyes ready. Number 16, you're going to critique the reasoning. Bill added 438 plus 107. He recorded his reasoning below. Critique Bill's reasoning. Are there any errors? So yes or no. If so, explain the errors. Find 438 plus 107. So here's what he did. I'll think of 7 as 2 plus 5. So he took 138 plus 2 equals 440. Then he took 440 plus 7. That equals 447. Then he took 447 plus 100. and got 547. So he's saying 438 plus 107 is 547. Now let's take a look at this. He's breaking this number apart, right? He pulled out the 100, okay. And then he pulled out a 7. Then he also pulled out a 2 because he broke apart his 7, but he put his 7 back together right here. So that's interesting. So is he going to have the right answer? Now, if you need to just check this from the get-go, stack it up and add it. And see, does your answer equal what he's getting? So we have 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 5 goes down and 1 jumps up. What do we get here? 3, 4, and then 4, 5. Okay, so what's happening here? This extra 2 made his answer 2 higher than it should have been. So are there any errors? Yes or no? Yes. Okay, now we need to explain. So we need to somehow, in our own words, and you can borrow mine if you need to, mention how he added this extra 2 here. If he would have left this 2 and 5 where he broke it apart, he probably would have been okay. So Bill should have, there we go, added 438 plus 2 equals 440. Then 440 plus what? We can't put this back together, right? So we should have kept that his 5. And what would that equal? 445. Okay, then what's the next step here? Last 445 plus 100 equals 545. Okay, these can be very tricky. Let's take a look. We have all of these numbers here, 0 through 9, okay? Notice these are very similar. Let's take a look at number 17. Find 153 plus 121. Break apart 121 by place value, and then using the adding on strategy, select numbers to complete the equations. Okay, what number are we breaking apart? Here's our equation, okay, and we're breaking apart 121. So they've got the 153 listed here. What would be our first step to break apart 121? What could we pull out of that? Expand it out, 100. So we've got 3 boxes here. Can I put a 100? So I'm using my 1, I'm using my 0, right? Add that together, what do we get? 153 plus 100, 253. Take your 253. What number do we get next? We already got our 100. We need a 2-digit number, 120. So I'm going to use my 2 and my 0 here. That gives me 253 plus 20 equals 257. Take that 257. What do we have left? 121. So we're using our 1. And that is 274. So we expanded this number, 100 plus 20 plus 1, right? Okay, same thing. Here we go. Find 123 plus 176. Break apart the 176 by place value, and then use the adding on strategy. Select numbers to complete the equations. All right, 123. We need to get a 3-digit number. Stretch it out. 100. Going to work this one a little different just to show a different strategy here. 170, right? 170. So now I've got my 7 and 0. And my last one, 6. So I have my hundreds, tens, ones. Okay. 123 plus 100. 223. 223 plus 70, they solved it for you. 293. 293 plus 6. 3 plus 6 is a 9. And then I have my 29. Those can be a little tricky. Don't get tricked. It's just a different way to look at that break apart strategy.